guys. All right, so I am super excited to be back with another video. I have some fun stuff that I'm excited to show you. So this is really random and it doesn't really matter, but I work in education and today was the first day of school, like for the kids. We've been back for a while, like at least a month, but today was the first day back for the kids. And like with everything that's going on with COVID, it was definitely an anticipated day, and whew, your girl is really tired. Like I am tuckered out. The first day is usually a day, and today was a day, but it was really good. So anyway, I'm still really excited to show you all of this stuff, but I am pretty tuckered out. But I don't know if you've ever had this problem to my reseller friends, but I bought some stuff this weekend and the weekend before, and I listed it, and some of it, well, I think only one thing, but some of it is starting to sell. So I'm like, oh gosh, like I need to show it in a haul video before I pack everything up. So I just sold a picture yesterday, I think. So I was like, oh, I gotta sit down and do a video. So here we go. I'm just gonna, you know how it is, how I do. I just pick up random stuff. Most of it's from Goodwill. I honestly haven't been thrifting that much, which is why I haven't put a video up in a while. I've just been really crazy busy with school starting. So pretty much all of this is just like random Goodwill stuff. Like I'm looking around and yeah, there's nothing here that's not from Goodwill. So I haven't been able to do like a big like fun thrift or like estate sales or anything, which is usually where I find like my favorite stuff. Usually Goodwill is just like, it satiates my like love for thrifting. So if I'm in the mood to thrift, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just like hit a Goodwill really quick. So I'm surprised that I actually found some good stuff. I'm really excited about it. So I went to a Goodwill that I used to go to all the time. I still hit it up from time to time, but I haven't found anything there in about 6 months. So, but I used to find like awesome stuff. Never on weekends though, it was always like a weekday thing. I don't know. I think a lot of stores are like that, where like you find the best stuff during the week. I don't know. But anyway, I always go because it's in sort of an affluent area and a really small area, and there's a lot of older people. So it's like the perfect trifecta of all the things you want if you're finding cool old stuff. So I finally was rewarded for going there because I found a bunch of cool stuff. I think one of their patrons that donated a bunch of stuff had like kind of funky eclectic taste, as I do. So I was really excited to find some cool things there. So the first things I grabbed were these little stone masks or faces. I believe they are Mayan, but they also kind of look like they could possibly be Aztec, but I'm pretty sure they're Mayan. I love this little guy, especially because he has like a bird on his head. It's so cool. And they both have holes, so you could string, like it would look really cool with a like a leather rope, and you could hang them on the wall and they would look really cool like paired together. So I picked those two guys up. They're both very heavy and they're both solid stone. Then I got a bunch of brass. I always pick up brass if it's not too expensive. It's kind of like a tried and true thing in my shop where it doesn't sell like super fast, but it always sells inevitably because it's just cool. So anytime I can find like cool brass, I just pick it up as like a staple. So this is a like a candle sconce. I wish that they had had two. I let Cabbage out because when I came home, she was looking really pitiful. And before you feel too bad for her, she has her own room, so she's fine. But her room has like French doors, like glass doors. So she like always looks at us so pitifully, and we usually try to let her out when we get home. But I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't let her out because I'm going to film a video and then she's going to get into some mischief and then I'm going to have to stop filming and go chase her. So she's currently right now really excited about my rattan bar cart that I filmed in one of my last few videos, because, you know, bunnies and things that look like hay, I want to say they don't mix, but according to Cabbage, they mix quite well. So she's pretty excited. Get out of there. Oh. Okay, back to the loot. All right, so it's kind of like a little cherub. I just thought it was really cool, very interesting. Almost maybe has a little bit of like a Christmas vibe, like with the star. I don't know, but it has a nice little circle hook. It's made in India. I don't think it's terribly old, but it's pretty neat anyway. So I grabbed that, and some other brass I grabbed. And maybe I'll just throw things over there so she can't get in. I grabbed this little lady hook. I thought she was really cool. Hooks usually sell pretty well just because they're so useful, and it's just kind of like a fun way to add a little bit of interest and a little pop of fun vintage to your home. And like, this is so easy to hang a purse or a hat or a scarf or whatever. So I always grab hooks, and they usually do pretty well in our shop. So I really thought she was cool. She's pretty sassy too, which obviously I love a sassy lady. And then I grabbed this candelabra, and I don't always grab candelabras because it's pretty big, so it'll be a little bit expensive to ship. But when I looked at it, let me try not to knock my phone off. It has this really beautiful filigree on the bottom, and I don't know, I'm just such a sucker for like this etching or filigree. It's Indian, and it just is so pretty to me. So it kind of adds a little bit more texture and interest to the piece, and I thought it was really cool. And I thought all the curly cues were kind of nice too, so it'll be really pretty, like staged with some fun candles. So I did nab this guy as well. So that's all for the brass. Then from that same Goodwill at the same time, I picked up this little trivet. Doesn't really follow the same theme of the other things, but I really like the image of the fox hunters, and it looks pretty mid-century. The back has a kind of a cool little stamp that says Cornwall Wood Products from Paris, Maine. So I just thought that was neat. I don't know. I don't really know, because I have other Trivets in our shop that haven't sold in forever, so I don't really know what I was thinking, but I just thought it was cool. So maybe someone else will find it cool. I did just sell a set of fox hunting pictures, so maybe someone would like the Trivet too. I don't know. We'll see. Then I nabbed this really cool picture. This is the picture that sold already. It's this sweet little needlepoint, and then, sorry, needlepoint windmill, and then it's got velvet. I like this velvet, and a very thick, sturdy frame. So it's quite heavy, and the frame is wood because it's got like some little dings and stuff, so you can tell that it's wood, but it's really a fun piece. So this sold, so that'll be going to its forever home either tonight or tomorrow. Oh yeah, then I picked up this little flower pot. It's not really anything too fancy, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say, it's not even anything too special, but it's cute. It was $1, and it is lawnware, and I actually used to have a lamp like this with like the holes and like the little like bright light little plastic things that when you plugged it in, it looked super pretty. I don't know what happened to it. I think it broke, but anyway, I think the lamps are really cool. So I had never seen the pot version. So when I found this, I thought it was really, really neat. And I was like, oh, I'll pick it up. And even if someone doesn't want it, like I'll throw a plant in here. Like, this thing's neat. I really like it because it has drainage holes. Like, it's very useful. So anyhow, I looked it up on Etsy, and the only other one I could find was $45. I wouldn't charge $45 for this, but I was kind of pleasantly surprised that they want that much for it, considering I paid $1 for it. So I'll probably list it. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm gonna ask for it, but it's kind of a cool piece. So happy to have that. Then I picked up a couple other things a few weeks ago, and I feel like I maybe showed these things already. This happens to me every haul because I go to so many different thrifts. I can't remember like what I've shown and not showed. I need a better system, but it's hard. So I found this little Home Sweet Home wall pocket. So I loved the green. I loved the picture of the little house and the pretty flowers, and it almost looks like an old wood burning stove. So I thought that was super rad. And then also this hilarious little cat. I believe he might be Morton Pottery. I'm not 100% sure, but he has a little hole on his booty. So I thought it would be cute for like toothpicks or something, but I feel like I've showed this to you guys. So if I have, I apologize, but it's hard to remember. Then I picked up some mugs. I picked up a set of 3 of these mugs. Studio Pottery just does pretty well for me, honestly, and everybody loves mugs. So, Studio Pottery mugs really do quite well, and it's signed on the bottom. And I obviously wish I had found a set of 4, but I was still happy to find a set of 3 because this deep blue glaze is really quite pretty. And they're a nice big size, so they're not like super small like a lot of vintage mugs. And they're in really nice shape, which is also good. So all good things. Hopefully somebody will see that and fall in love with it. Then I found this really cool bag. It was actually still in the plastic wrap, but I took it out so that I could show you. So it's brand new. It still has the tag on it. So I paid $4 for it, but the tag was inside the plastic, so they didn't see it, I think, when they priced it, because the tag actually says, has it listed for $75. So that's quite a lot. I'm not sure that this piece would be worth $75, but I mean, what do I know? That's how much they were asking for it. So obviously that's how much they can get for it. But I thought it was so pretty with these sweet little birds, and all this lovely embroidery. So I was really, really attracted to it. And then on the opposite side, it has a little butterfly. So it's in perfect condition, brand new, and it's just so pretty. So I picked that up for resale, and when I opened it up and saw that they had it was still new with a tag, I was pretty excited about it. So I think somebody would like that. I don't know if I can put it on my Etsy now that I know that it's new, so maybe I'll have to put it on my eBay, but we'll see. Sorry, my chair always squeaks every time. Then I found some cool jewelry. So I told this story on my Instagram because this is what always happens to me. So in some of my previous videos on here, I've talked about how our Goodwill does that Good Friends discount where they give us 25% off every single purchase all year, but you have to pay $25. You have to pay $25, and then for a year you get 25% off everything. What's cool about it is they text a lot of the time like random sales. So almost always, I would say 99% of the time when they have a sale, it's on the weekend. And I don't know why I have not figured this out yet, but my absolute favorite date night like activity is to go like to 1 or 2 thrifts and then go out for a nice dinner. So really at that point at night, the only thing that's open is Goodwill. So a lot of the time my husband and I will hit a Goodwill and then go out for dinner. So this happened this Friday. We went to Goodwill and I found a bunch of cool stuff, but they are raising their prices, like things are expensive. So there was a few things I wanted. There were like these huge big brass candlesticks, but they were $10 each. And I was like, I don't really want to spend $20. And there was a really cool Japanese jewelry box, but it wasn't super old, but it was neat. It had like little shadow boxes with cranes and other things inside the shadow boxes. So it was really cool, but it was $15. And I was like, I'm not spending $15. But I did buy like all that brass and stuff that I just showed you. So I still spent like $30 even after my 25% off discount. So anyway, I'm in the car with my husband. we're driving home and I get a text from Goodwill that's like, tomorrow, 50% off all homewares. And I'm like, I never learn, literally never learn. All of this stuff would have been way cheaper. So I'm like, well, the positive is I can go back tomorrow and get my candlesticks and get like my jewelry box and like some other stuff that I wanted. But I woke up with the worst migraine, you guys, like, oh, so bad. And I'm working on an endorsement for school, or work, I guess I should say. And so I had to do homework, and then I was feeling awful. So I was like, well, Goodwill's not happening. And by the time I hadn't gone in the morning, I was like, is there really a point in going later in the afternoon? But I started feeling better, and I was like kind of feeling down that I didn't do anything like all day on Saturday except for like schoolwork and like chores. So I was like, oh, I want to go to Goodwill. So I go back to the Goodwill, hoping that maybe some of the stuff that I had seen was still there, like my candlesticks or my jewelry box, all gone, right? Everything sold. So I'm kind of bummed, but I'm also like, duh, it was 50% off and it's cool stuff. So of course it's going to be gone. Like, I knew that. So I'm walking out of the store, kind of like make a U on the outside of the store, like the outer parts of it, and all the way on the side is where they have all the linens. So I'm walking past the linens like on my way out to the door, and I'm just like kind of looking at the linens, you guys. Wait till I show you. Well, you can probably see it in the corner, what was hanging in the linens. Like, I died. So I like grab it's all these rugs, if you can't tell. So it's like 4 amazing rugs. So I'm like holding all these rugs, and I'm running to go get myself scurrying to go get myself a cart, and I put it all in the cart. So then at that point I'm like junk drunk, like, oh, I found all this awesome stuff. Like, this is like the best haul of my life. So then I'm like doing more laps and everything. And I get up to the front and I'm like, do you guys know, like, if the person that donated these has anything else cool? And the guy's like, oh, I just put those out like literally 5 minutes ago. So it's kind of crazy, because if I had gone in the morning like I had wanted to, I would have gotten my candlesticks and I would have gotten my jewelry box. But listen, those are nothing compared to these rugs that I'm about to show you, like literally nothing. So it just kind of goes to show that everything works out. Everything is the way it is for a reason. So if I had gone in the morning, I wouldn't have found these cool rugs. So you just never know. So I'm super excited to show you though. It's going to be a little bit difficult to show you because they're humongous. A lot of them, well, like 8x5, something like that. But I'll just kind of show you so you can get an idea of the prints, and then like you understand. So this one, like, look at these wool rugs, and they were $10 each. And I was like, oh, do I get my like 50% off because they're housewares? And he was like, no, but I still got 25% off. So I spent like $30 for these 4 big rugs. So look at this. Like, can we just have a moment for how beautiful this is? Oh my gosh, you guys, like absolutely stunning. So this is probably 8x5, I would say. It's like a pretty classic rectangle, and it's beautiful. Like, it is just beyond beautiful. So there's that one. My favorite, I think, is this one. So it can go either way. This is like the traditional way, but I prefer actually the upside down way. Cabbage. Of course, she's like eating the furniture right in the middle of my haul. Where's that rabbit? Anyway, so this is a runner. It's so long. It's gotta be at least like maybe 10 feet, I would say. Sorry guys, I had to go scold a bunny. Okay, back to my delightful runner. Look at that. Can we just have a moment? It's so pretty. Ah! It's literally the prettiest thing ever. It's itching my nose because it's wool, but oh my gosh. Look at that. It's just everything, and it's so long. It's just so pretty. Look. Oh, it's so heavy. All right. Okay, the next two are the same print, but one is like a big giant rectangle, and then the other one is a runner. So I'll just show you one so you get an idea. But it's so beautiful. Maybe I'll show you this. And maybe they're not exactly the same, but they're really similar. But I love the outside on this. So they're just so pretty. I don't know what it is about rugs, but there's just something about rugs. It's my favorite thing to thrift. So finding all these amazing, beautiful, big, giant rugs was like, probably like one of my best, if not my best thrift score ever. I don't know, maybe this and like Thrifty, and maybe like some of my favorite furniture. I don't know. Like, look at them. Look at this beauty. He's so heavy and he's so pretty. Ah! I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I'm so excited. All right, so everything else is just gonna be downhill from there, basically. I also found this little box, which I think is probably from the same owner. It's really pretty. It's got like a nice like shellac, and it's hand painted. It's a little like Hamsa hand, Hamsa. Don't want to mispronounce that. Just really pretty little jewelry box. I don't know. I liked that. Thought it was lovely. Then I've got a few of these old sheet music, pieces of sheet music, but they have like cool covers. So someone donated like 100 of these to one of my Goodwills, and they were only like $1 each, but I don't know. I just don't want to be like too hoardery. So I bought 3. I'm always looking for like Halloween and like really cool ones. They didn't have any that were like amazing, but they had a bunch that were cool. So I figured what I could do is use like an old pants hanger and just sell it kind of as is. So I thought this was really cool. I loved this like lady. She's like kind of a seductress, right? She's making a delightful face. This one I just thought was so charming. I love their outfits. I love that they're dancing. I also really like orange. So thought that was cool. And then I figured this one would be possibly popular as far as resale goes, because a lot of people love Broadway, and it says don't blame it all on Broadway. So kind of sassy. And I loved this like weird lady that's like wrapped in hair. I don't even know. She's like this long hair, and there's like a drink, and I don't even know. She's like wrapped in cigarette smoke, and she's got like a martini, and she's got some cards. Ooh. She's a wild gal. So thought those were kind of cool. Picked up 3. Oh, and then I got some jewelry. So I got some funny stuff. So the first is this little, hello, you can see my phone, is this little cat pin. It's a mirror, and then it's a little cat. So I thought that was cute, and I thought maybe somebody might find that charming. So I'll probably put that up on Etsy. Then I found this like funky necklace. It's like just kind of wood and ceramic beads. Nothing fancy. It's all costume, but I really liked the little medallion. It almost looks, it's wood, but it has some sort of like inlay stone or wood on the top, and it has like the almost like cloisonne a little bit, but instead it's wood, and you can see like the ladies, like the cool faces. I don't know. I just thought it was really rad and like different. And I thought it would look cool, you know? So I grabbed that. And then I also grabbed these little earrings that I'm wearing right now. So it's hard to see, but it has like little silhouettes of ladies. So kind of cool. Again, these are costume. They're not anything special, but they are heavy. So I'm like surprised they're not anything special, but I don't think they are. And then though, I did get one piece of jewelry that I do think is really special, so we'll see. It's this amazing necklace. So these beads are very heavy and they're hand knotted in between each one. And I did some research, and I do think that there is a possibility that they are onyx. And then on this lovely onyx necklace are these the 3 wise monkeys. So there's little hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil, and I just love them. I believe that they're resin, although they look like they could be bone, but from my research, I think that they're resin. I don't think they're bone. They're definitely not ivory, which I certainly would not want them to be, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I just thought that was so cool and unique and special, and just like such a different necklace. So I've been wearing this. I've already worn it a couple times because I just thought it was super rad. So kind of wear it like that with the monkeys like on the side, or you could wear it like that, but I kind of like it like that with like the monkeys on the side like that, right? Is that cool? Not with this top, but like it's cool, and it's very long. So I definitely think this is really special. So I'm very excited about that. And then the last thing was actually something I got free. I actually got it at school. We had a big giant pile of free books that people were just kind of giving away books that they didn't want anymore. So teachers were going through and picking books for their classrooms or for their homes. So I got a whole set of these old books. And they are Grimm's Fairy Tales. It's called Tales from Grimm. And it's a whole set of these old Grimm's fairy tale books. They're in rough shape. Like they've been in someone's classroom. But I loved the black and the orange. I just thought that was gonna be like a really cool, like possibly like as like Halloween decor, because they're sort of like old and shabby and just like neat. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and I'm like a super weirdo, but I love old books, and I love like a whole set of old books. Like they just look so cool. So I was really, really excited to find this set, and everybody else was like, okay, weirdo. So it was a good day. Always love when you find something free. All right, guys, well, this was a very exciting haul. Hopefully you found it as exciting as I did. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. And thanks for watching me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who's commented and subscribed. It really means the world to me.